Welcome to Razor Pop, where we bring you the latest in pop culture and entertainment. I'm Helmi.
And I'm Sarah, and today we'll be talking about John Woo's Red Cliff, Zhang Zi's wedding plans, Dong Dong Chang, and the controversy surrounding Ben Stiller's new movie, Tropic Thunder.
We'll also be reviewing Royston Tan's new Getai film, 12 Lotus.
Wow, here's another Getai film out.
Yes.
During the Getai month as well.
Yes. Now, the most expensive Chinese film in history has become the most lucrative. John Woo's battle epic, Red Cliff, has earned 302 million yuan, which is the equivalent of $62 million in Singapore dollars, setting a new record for Chinese films. The record was previously held by Yimou's Curse of the Golden Flower, which earned 286 million yuan.
Now, observers say that it might even beat Titanic's record of 360 million yuan. And what with the sequel coming up in December?
Yeah, they'll make a lot of money.
Yeah, they'll make a lot of money. I think it was very wise that they actually did the whole two-story thing because...
But yes, that was very smart. But what do you think about the fact that only Asians are made to watch two films?
Would you actually be tempted to watch all three versions, as in part 1, part 2, and then watch the condensed version that was given?
Americans and Europeans get to watch the condensed version.
Correct. So would you actually watch that one as well? Well, to see the difference?
Maybe, but I feel sort of
cheated?
A little bit. I mean, why do I have to sit through 4 hours while Americans and Europeans had a choice? Get a shorter version. It's not that I don't think it might be a good film. It's just that we're quite busy and
that's true. I mean, not only are we busy, I mean, we have to sit through 2 4-hour films, which is basically recounting the history. Whereas the Caucasians get 2 hours. It's the Speedy Gonzalez version.
Our reporter Po Kwan staked out the cinemas recently and found out that many people didn't know that there were 2 parts. There were gasps of surprise when the film ended somewhat abruptly.
Sorry. Not that they know, of course, that only Asian countries were watching the films in 2 parts. Now, Americans and Europeans have been watching all the action in just 1 film.
We'll be watching. It hasn't opened yet.
Well, yeah. But I'll try to check all 3 out.
All right.
Okay.
Check out this clip.
Zhang Woo's mega project with mega stars has snatched top spot in the Singapore box office during its opening weekend. Billed at more than 100 million Sing dollars, Red Cliff is the most expensive film ever made in Asia.
But for those of you who have watched Red Cliff in any Asian cinemas, you will have realized by now that you are only watching part 1 of this historical epic. And before you know it, the end credits have started rolling when the real battle of Red Cliff has not even begun.
It was a bit disappointing. I didn't know that there was just 1 part, So after the show, I thought to be continued. I thought it was just an interval, but because I didn't read the review.
Do you feel cheated, when the film ends before?
I thought it should be 1 whole show complete.
So why do we in Asia have to pay for 2 movie tickets to catch 1 film when the rest in the West gets to watch 1 single condensed version?
这个戏包含了非常多的不同的趣味，在那个斗志方面，还有这个在那个战斗场面方面，还有他们的每个演员的感情细节方面，这是连曹操也很多的比较复杂的、比较深入的一些那个描写。那每一个这样的故事性的话，如果1集的话是讲不完的。大家感兴趣的所有的英雄人物，譬如说刘关张啦、赵子龙啦，还有还有其他的人物呢，必须要做一个交代的。那么给以那个欧美观众呢，他们来讲的话，第一，他们不了解我们的历史，也不认识那个剧中的所有人物。那不像我们看他们那个 Troy 那个电影是吧？我们都知道他们那个木马屠城呢，是他们打仗是为了一个女人呢，这样的我们都有一个底，但是他们对三国是没有这样认识的。西方观众呢，他们看一个外语片呢， 又要看画面，又要看字幕，他们会觉得很吃力。那看的时候呢，如果超过2个小时的话，他们会觉得很累。还有，如果人物太多的话，他们搞不清楚，尤其是他们看亚洲人的面孔都有的时候都会分得不大清楚的。那么再加上我们几个角色的那些人的那个英文的拼音呢，都差不多啊，比如周瑜的周瑜周瑜赵云的赵云，他搞不清楚谁是谁。那么所以我们就决定就说这个在亚洲地区是上下集这个是没有问题。那么这根据这个外国观众看电影的习惯，我们把2集浓缩为1集。
Well, that sounds like a pretty convincing explanation. So let's just leave them with a simpler version and we'll go with the more sophisticated plots. But do moviegoers in Singapore buy into such marketing strategy? Let's hear from them on what they have to say about part 1 and if they are looking forward to the sequel.
Okay, quite interesting. But then at the climax, then it's suddenly cut off.
Suddenly cut off. So
it's really interesting. They're very clever also.
It's interesting. Just that I find it's a bit violent, with killing here and there.
you watch it with your kid?
Yeah, I did. You like which character you like?
Then
I think they're a bit young, so they didn't really understand, except for the certain parts, there were some touching moments, like the horse giving birth, things like that. Then they actually set up right to watch the show.
I need to watch part 2.
have to, right? No choice, right?
Yes, definitely. Yeah. You watch halfway already, then it's like you must continue to watch. Then you must know what the whole story about.
会因为上集看下集也要跟着看，好像绑在一起那样。
So we've got pretty positive feedback from the audience and looks like they are going to be equally supportive of part 2, although some of them have expressed slight disappointment regarding the unexpected ending. So let's just keep a lookout and see if the sequel is going to make a big splash again when it's released by the end of this year.
昨晚的庆功宴让我有一种感觉，明天我们可能就会是敌人。
如果真有那么一天，鱼是鱼，量是量，你我各为其主。
Wow. No, I still think I will catch.
Have
like
you seen
all
the
the
first
different
one?
versions. No, I haven't. Because, it feels like so
was
strange to not...
It was good. It wasn't like overwhelming, but it was good.
Do you think the DVD will be out by the time the second version comes out?
It should be.
Because I would want to watch it one day and then...
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
like as close together as possible. So
Uh,
it feels like one continuous movie. But 三国演义, of course, yeah, get the box set. Like 三国演义 is actually one of the most popular Chinese stories.
It
Historical Three Kingdoms. The Romance of the Three Kingdoms. Well, more on Chinese celebs. Zhang Ziyi confesses to China Bazaar that she is indeed engaged to ka-ching, 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 multi-millionaire Vivi Nevo. I don't know about the name, sounds kind of strange, but they
Don't
also
make
have
fun of people's names.
They have plans to have children, and she also says that if that happens, her children will be American citizens.
Mm-hmm.
Is Vivi Nevo an American citizen?
Yes, he is. He's Jewish American, I think.
Okay.
When asked if she would like to be an American citizen herself, she says she's forever a Chinese. She is and forever will be a Chinese. She also plans to continue with a movie career after marriage.
I can imagine why. I mean, it's always better to continue earning your own moolah.
Very PR answers, don't you think?
Yes, very PR answers. I mean, she never...
And-
it's actually
and
quite
if-
a whirlwind romance,
If
in
she
a way.
stopped acting, after marriage, do you think people will miss her? I'm just asking.
That was a tough question to answer. I don't know. I mean, people miss Gong Li and Zhang Ziyi came along, right? Because they look kind of similar. Actually, Ziyi
They
does
don't.
look like...
She's so much smaller than Gong Li.
No, but when Gong Li just first came out, she actually looked like Ziyi.
So yeah, it's a much smaller face and
Smaller,
smaller body.
more petite, but like the same kind of facial structure and features. So I'm sure if Ziyi goes... I mean, there are 1 billion plus people in China. I'm sure somebody else who looks like her will come about. I'm pretty sure. We'll just look forward to more of Zhang Yimou's films to see who the next one to take over her pedestal will be.
Right.
Yes.
I think she's very pretty, but I don't really think she's a very good actress. I think she's an okay actress only.
Yeah, she's okay. I think Gong Li is actually better.
Of course.
Right?
Of course.
I think she's a lot better. And I like Gong Li's look as well. Like, there's something more
She's
womanly.
very classy.
Yeah, there's something more...
and very graceful.
It's an
more
aura, I
confident.
think.
Chang Ziyi. Yes.
Yeah, but, well, Ziyi is kind of younger, more, well, we'll see.
She
Meanwhile, we'll
plays
see.
up to the image of the Oriental flower. Like she's
Yes, she does.
pandering to the Western audience a little bit. That's the part that I don't really like about her.
Well, anyways, meanwhile, a controversy has erupted over a new movie as well, right?
Yes, Ben Stiller's new film called Tropic Thunder, which seems to have made fun of intellectually disabled people, has roused a protest. This intellectually disabled character called Simple Jack, played by Ben Stiller himself, is constantly referred to as a retard.
I know, which is why I dropped my lollipop for a while, because I read it ahead and I was like, what? Okay, now protesters demonstrated at the LA premiere of the film on Monday, calling for a boycott. Now, I actually think that it's pretty reasonable.
To be called a retard?
No, for them to boycott the film.
I think so too, yes.
I mean, I do like Ben Stiller's works, but sometimes I guess they don't know their limits. Where they don't draw the lines between comedy and
yes,
being
of
absolutely
late
banal.
there's been a lot of films by Ben Stiller and Will Ferrell and Adam Sandler.
Yes, they've all been producing those kinds of films, like very, very slapstick
and also very disrespectful of people in general.
And yes, I am eating a lollipop. Sparkle?
I haven't watched it yet. I haven't watched what? Red Cliff.
Yes. Red Cliff Sparkle said she hadn't watched it. But yes, Sparkle, ding, 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 I am eating a lollipop. Because we are
She has extras on her desk if you want to come.
Yeah, if you want to come over, I can
set.
always give you more lollipops. But this is Razor Pop, so there's a pop.